If you are having a baby or a grandchild is on the way, there are a million things to do, but one of the most important things is to make sure they are riding safely in their car seat. Roanoke Fire EMS Community Risk Reduction Specialist Tiffany Bradbury joins me with a few tips. Okay, we've started this conversation. I already found out that I'm doing things wrong, but the first tip has to do with selection, which is very important.
Yes, because there are a ton. When you go into Walmart or Toys R Us, Babies R Us, you get inundated, right? You get freaked out because there's so much to choose from. So making sure that you're choosing first the right direction for the child. Should they be rear facing or forward facing? And then also there's different price points and making sure which ones also fit in your car properly, because some car seats aren't going to fit in some types of vehicles.
Yes, that's true. I used to drive a very small one in the car seat. Barely fit in there.
Yeah.
Now, how long should a child be rear facing?
Okay, so the law in Virginia, I'm going to give you the law first, then I'm going to give you what we call gold standard.
Yes, okay.
So law in Virginia is a year and 20 pounds, okay? But now best practice, and a lot of other states are going to this being the law, is at least to the age of 2.
Okay.
Reason being is babies are really head heavy, and they don't start growing into that head till they're at least 2 or 3. So when you turn them around forward facing, heaven forbid you have a crash, you get all that on their neck. Okay, so it's better, even if their feet are touching the back of the seat, I don't care. A broken leg's going to heal in 6 weeks. A broken neck will not.
Yes.
And when you're rear facing, the seat absorbs all that impact. So now that I've thoroughly freaked you out.
I'm terrified, but this is what you need. This is how you make sure that people are doing it right.
Yes.
Now, the children should stay in a harness system as long as possible. What does that mean?
So a lot of your car seats are going to have a 5-point harness system, meaning it's got a chest clip, and then it's got, like right around the crotch, kind of around their hips, you've got another set of clips. The longer they can stay in that, the better. If we rode in that, we would be safer. It allows you to ride down a crash. You know, if you have a crash, it's going to stop you a lot better than just a seatbelt will.
Okay.
So a lot of now, at 65 pounds, my 6-year-old stayed in her 5-point harness until she was about 6.5, until she maxed out the weight. Now, some are only 40 pounds. You never want to have them in a 5-point harness if they're bigger than what the manufacturer says. But some go up to 65, 70. There's one out that goes to 90 or 95 pounds. So the longer, everything, the science is catching up with education, and they're realizing that kids need to stay in a harness system longer.
Okay. Children shouldn't ride in a booster seat until age 5. Now, there's 2 different kinds of booster seats, right?
There is. There's the belt positioning booster, which has the high back on it, and it actually helps the seat belt kind of come through and make sure that the seat belt's not sitting up on their neck and it's not riding up on their tummy. So that's what I like to see kids about the age of 5, really under age 5, sometimes they can't understand and they put it behind their neck or under their armpit. It's just not as much protection. Now, your backless booster, I like that for our older kids, and we want kids to stay in a booster seat. Law is age 8. Best practice, 4 foot 9 inches tall. Okay, so until they can properly sit in that vehicle with a seatbelt on them. But the belt positioning booster really helps make sure that seatbelt's on them correctly.
Okay, and then kids shouldn't ride in the front seat until they're 13.
Yeah, I know probably a bunch of parents are going, oh. And the reason being is the airbag deploys at 200 miles an hour. So if you have a back seat, it's safer for everyone to ride in the back. I remember my daughter at that age, when she was about 10, 11, she wanted up front. She thought I was the meanest mom in the world. But I was like, I have this education.
Being a parent.
Sometimes you have to make those tough decisions and put them in the back.
Yes, and then installation is always kind of a tricky thing.
It can be super tricky. You know, I've had people that are like, I've got, a master's degree and I can't get this car seat in, because sometimes the instructions aren't the best. So we are here to help with that. You want to make sure that it doesn't have more than an inch of play at the belt path, not in the back. And then you also want to make sure that the harness is proper on the child.
And then you are offering monthly child safety seat checks at station...
It's station number 6. Now, you can't just show up at this station anytime. I don't have anybody trained. We only have about 5 people certified, but that is my direct phone number right there, and people can call me and set up an individual appointment.
Great. Thank you so much. So important. If you guys aren't doing it right, here's our chance. Let's all flip it and fix it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.